The broadcast is live. That means it's 7-ish o'clock on a Monday night. I say 7-ish because, people got things to do. You understand me? But we are here for you. It is the Academy Sports Show right here live from wherever you're watching, whether it be Joel's Facebook. What? Facebook is working?
Oh, the world isn't over. Some of you guys can relax.
Who would have thunk it? Jeez, man. Facebook is working. Instagram is working. But you know what always is working? You never hear about YouTube crashing. So make sure you follow us on YouTube, man. You see that picture back there? That's us right there. That's us. Follow the Academy Sports Show on YouTube. Subscribe to our page and click that bell, which is the notification bell to say, hey, these guys are live. I got my notification. Did you get your notification? Because if not, go ahead and trigger that bell, man, because that's the best thing you could do. Because every Monday night, we are here to talk about the news and notes and the biggest sports stories of the week. We had a great NFL week, and it's capped off tonight with Monday Night Football. We got the Chargers versus the Raiders. It is a AFC North battle, a 3-0 team versus a 2-1 team. So it's going to be a good game tonight. So leading up to that game, you got your sports show's favorite sports show, the Academy Sports Show, and we want you to follow us on all our modes of social media. You see my handle below me. You see Joel's handle below him. Make sure you follow everything that we do, and especially the Academy Sports Show on Instagram, Facebook, and the YouTube. But without further ado, it's the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. Joel Williams.
Man, what is good, everybody? Welcome to the show, man. Cleveland is in the building. What's up, Pops? Dennis, what up, Vegas? In the building, a.k.a. by way of Detroit, man. Welcome to the show, everybody. We appreciate you joining us. Appreciate you joining us in the live feed. As always, you heard Dre talking about it. Man, check us out on Facebook. Check us out on YouTube. Man, Facebook crashed today, and some of y'all world was over. Facebook and Instagram went down today, and y'all did not know what to do with your phones. That's hilarious to me. But anyway, moving on with life, man. We got a big show ahead tonight, man. Not a lot to talk about, but a lot to talk about, man. It's really the end of week 4 coming up here. You heard it, Monday Night Football, Chargers, Raiders tonight. Tonight, we'll make our picks as always. Plus, week 4, man, some interesting games took place. The biggest of all, though, the return of Tom Brady to New England. Bucks, Patriots, interesting game. Very interesting game. Turned out to be a lot closer than the experts thought. Bucks were able to pull that out. We'll give our thoughts on that as well. As you guys know, if you've been a follower of this show, Andre Douglas is a huge fan of Tom Brady. Huge fan of Tom Brady. Outside of that, though, other news and notes. Urban Meyer caught on a 9-second video with a lady dancing a little too close, as they would say. And then another video where his hand might have ended up somewhere it wasn't supposed to be. Big apology today from him. Jacksonville Jaguars are still being the Jacksonville Jaguars. That'll be interesting. Plus, we will give our top five NFL teams right now where they currently sit. We will share our thoughts on who are our top 5. We will, of course, set the rules and all that stuff because y'all like to argue about stuff all the time, which we don't mind on this show. And then, of course, as always, we love to play the game, What the Meme, and we always like to start it off with that. So we got a lot to talk about tonight, man. Nice, quick show. Monday Night Football coming on real soon. A lot of teams doing really well in the NFL. A lot of teams on the brink of disaster in the NFL. Our thoughts on all of that tonight. Make sure you share. Let somebody know we're on live here on the Academy Sports Show.
Yeah, man. To your point, two things I want to say before we get started. One, what's going on in Vegas, man? What's going on, Dennis? Listen, you like to creep around this fantasy time. Yeah, you start popping people. You will start showing your face. I see what's going on around here. We get deep basketball season. Where's Dennis? I don't know. I don't understand. But that fantasy season, you're like, hey, I'm out here. I'm out here. I want my presence to be known. I feel you. I got you. I do the same.
It sounds like you're calling him out.
It's okay. It's great to have you. And then 2, man, talk about that top 5, man. It's a lot of good football teams out there. It's a lot of 3-1 teams, a couple 3-0 teams. So you might be surprised on who's on somebody's list and who's not on other people's list. But if you can't make it the whole show, please comment your top 5 teams as we go through. That way we can compare, contrast, and all that good stuff and tear it apart, even if you're not here to listen about it. So if you feel yourself getting ready to dip out, just comment your top 5 NFL teams you got ranked right now, because it's real top heavy right now. It's real top heavy. A lot of 3-1 good football teams, a lot of good 2-2 football teams. So we'll see where we're at the end of the show. But okay, you work 3 hours late during basketball season too, but right now you just be in here. It's fine. That's okay. It's okay. Just go ahead and flex that muscle. It's all
shots.
But here we go. Let's throw up what the meme version 100. I feel like this is the 100th time we play this game. But we like it. Y'all like it.
Fan favorite.
We like it. Y'all love it. So here it is. The first what the meme. We got 3 locked and loaded for you today. What the meme, you can only keep 2. Okay. And then I'm gonna add an extra thing, is if everybody else you don't pick get erased from history. You only can keep 2, and everybody else
gets erased from history.
Everybody else didn't exist. Okay. Just to make it an extra layer of hard. So you only can keep 2 right now. In this meme, we have Kevin Garnett, Magic Johnson, Kawhi Leonard, Charles Barkley, Scottie Pippen, Karl Malone, Allen Iverson, James Harden, and Dirk Nowitzki. So out of these, that's fine. Yeah, I am. I should have got that though. You know what I'm saying? Like, my team underperforms, and I feel like I should have got you. You know what I'm saying? What I really should have done was reorganize these doggone divisions before we got started. Keep getting stuck with you.
that actually might have been cool. Thank you.
But it's okay. I like a fight. That's fine. I like to fight for mine. But you can only keep 2.
Remember we used to have your live feeds on Facebook and you used to be able to invite people to the feed?
Oh, they took that away?
They must have taken that away.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that crazy? Like, you can share it, but you can't
invite.
You can't invite anymore. It's interesting. Yeah, share now, share. Well, all right. Cool.
All right, so you can only keep 2. So I'll go first. The 2 that I'm keeping, for history's sake, is Magic Johnson.
For history's sake.
You got to keep Magic Johnson, right? The Magic Bird thing took everything to another level. You got to keep Magic. I feel like that's like a lockdown. Just got to keep it. I'm keeping Magic. And then I'm going Iverson. I'm keeping Magic, and I'm keeping Allen Iverson. Iverson was a cultural shift that was the NBA. Everybody else on here, I don't need their careers. Magic Johnson and Allen Iverson. Those are 2 guys that I'm keeping.
Look at your boy. Look at Perry.
I was hoping you was coming. I was hoping you were going.
Oh my God, bro. MJ's not even on this list.
Not even here. He's not even here. But you know what? You better keep Scotty, or your boy ain't winning jack.
Hey, shout out to my man DJ, aka Lawrence Perry, in the building, Cleveland, Ohio. Hey, mama.
Go ahead. Lawrence, you better pick Scotty. You need him. Need him. You better pick him.
Man, one of those I'm with you on. I'm gonna go with Magic as well. To me, I think he has to stay. I don't like your everybody else's erased from history approach to this.
Why not? I like that. Just erase them all. Because if you erase Scotty, does Jordan get 6 championships?
Oh God!
I'm going to Magic get a championship.
I'm going Magic and Barkley. I'm going Magic and Barkley. You're being a hater.
Hater.
I'm gonna go Magic and Barkley though. Yeah, I like Phoenix Suns Barkley. I really did. I like Phoenix Suns Barkley and Houston Rockets Barkley. So I'm gonna keep Magic and Barkley.
You was a Barkley fan like that?
Yeah, I like Barkley back then.
Yes, Dennis, we were roasting you on your draft, and see, that's fine. That's okay. We'll see who's number one. I can't even do it because you know what? I'm trying to win this week. I'm praying. So I'm not even gonna talk crap right now. I'm praying right now for some extra points. I'm surprised Kobe not in here talking trash.
I'm not even commenting on fantasy.
All right, so Dennis says Magic and Pip shrug. Like, yeah. Lawrence laugh. Scotty and Barkley. KG and Magic says Pop. KG and Magic? Got some KG stuff. KG love in the building. Nobody's keeping James Harden, huh? Nobody's keeping James Harden. All right, well, it is what it is. All right, next up. Make sure you comment below. Let us know. Right, nobody's keeping Harden. Like, you can rank the people that you want to get rid of. I'm pretty sure that if we flip this, get rid of two people and they never exist ever again, I'm pretty sure Harden list. Everybody's list.
He'll be on that list for sure.
All right. So this was a meme up. This was a list ranking the top 10 shooting guards of all time. This is a list. The Kardashian effect. Hey, listen. Booker is dating a Jenner Kardashian. Does that not? Jenner is not all the way Kardashian, so he's still.
Yeah, you know she's an offspring though, so maybe he survives his career.
Maybe he survived it.
Yeah.
All right, so this list is the top 10 shooting guards of all time. Okay. Do you see any lies here? Do you see any lies in the top 10 shooting guards of all time? Number 1, they got Mike. That's for you, Perry. Number 2, they got Cove. Number 3, they got Iverson. Number 4, they got D-Wade. Number 5, they got McGrady. At 6, they got West. At 7, they got Harden. At 8, they got Drexler. At 9, they got the Iceman. And at 10, they got Manu. Any lies told here? It just takes longer. The Jenner effect just takes longer. There's so many jokes there. I'm not taking that bait.
I think we were on this wrong page last show, weren't we? Were we on the wrong page on the last show too?
I'm not taking that bait. No, sir. No, sir. So many jokes I can take.
Manu at 10, huh? I'm trying to think. Are there usually when you look at these lists, it's like who is not on the list that could slide into one of these late spots?
All right, let me do a quick.
Perry just said the same thing. I love Manu, but I question the top 10 rating. That's the one I'm questioning too.
Manu's a champion. You know what I'm saying? Manu's a champ. He perfected the Euro step, if not brought the Euro step into the league.
Right. He changed the game from an international standpoint.
Changed the game internationally from Argentina. And even though the shooting guard position is really top heavy, it's really thin on the greatest of all time, to be honest with you.
So
some other name. I'm sorry.
What are some other names? Because I'm struggling with number 10, to be honest with you. Everybody else on this feels right to me. But what are some other names?
Some other names I'm seeing right now is Ray Allen, Reggie Miller.
Oh, shoot.
Vince Carter. Klay Thompson.
That's a good question. McGrady, for most of his teams he played on, he did play the small forward, didn't he?
McGrady. Yeah. Yeah, he was playing small forward as the Raptors because Vince was a 2. He played in Orlando. I think he played mostly as a 3. Yeah. In Houston, I want to say he was a 2 guard.
Hey, man, I'm going to be honest with you. I think Reggie or Ray, isn't Ray the all-time shooting leader? Well, used to be. Well, has Steph caught him yet? But at one point, Ray was the most prolific shooter in the history of the game, right?
Yeah.
So I think, to me, Manu is questionable at 10 for me. I'm good with everybody else. Dennis keeps hollering Joe Dumars.
Joe Dumars. He's on these other lists, too. Joe Dumars, Klay Thompson, Ray Allen.
Not enough for Klay for me. Ray and Reggie. Reggie was cold. He got on your nerves, but I feel like Reggie can be ahead of Manu here. Ray has good standing there. To me, those are 2 guys. When I think of a shooting guard, I think of shooters. Now, Manu used to get hot with the little left, and he'd kind of run off because he knew that boy was going in.
Mm-hmm.
With a lazy left hand. But to me, Ray, they call that brother Jesus Shuttlesworth, man. Like
Jesus.
Ray and Reggie was ice cold, bro. Reggie didn't care, and he played in the one of the toughest eras of basketball ever with the greatest, and he never backed down. So I would have to go with Reggie at number 10, Ray at 11, Manu at 12, maybe. But that's the only person I'm arguing with on this list.
Are we cool? Are we cool with James? High up at 7, already as a top 7 shooting guard of all time.
Yeah, it's hard to argue against it because the numbers don't lie. Like, no matter how much you hate, I mean, you got to think of what's the contrarian to it, right? Like, no matter how much you hate the
style of play,
the style of play and the way he draws fouls and things like that, it is what it is. Bro scores. He puts the ball in the bucket. So he's one of the best scorers of all time. I mean, you just can't deny it. What was that streak he went on? The 40 points a game streak? Was it like 15 straight games? Something crazy like that?
Something crazy. Yeah,
it's just some things they only happen once, and there's a reason why. It's because the person's special. So I'm gonna go. The only one that I'm struggling with is 10, and I think Reggie or Ray can take that spot.
Okay, so Reggie is, he took a Pacers team to the finals once. Manu's got at least 3 rings.
But he didn't take his team to the I don't think that comparison's tough because Manu had 2 other Hall of Famers with him. And that unit was a unit. It wasn't like that was never Manu's team. It was Timmy's team and then switched to Tony's team. And Manu just played his part. So is he one of the best internationals? Yes. But Reggie was Reggie for years without Indiana being great too. Like Reggie was Reggie point blank. The brother could shoot, period. Like he may not have made it to the finals a lot, but they gave whatever team was trying to get out of the East, they battled them like crazy. So I don't know. I think that's a tough comparison. I'm still pushing. I'm pushing Manu out the top.
Okay. Pushing Manu out. All right. No, nobody has any other debates about the top 4. No D-Wade, no Iverson movement. McGrady's questionable as a shooting guard.
Yeah, I mean, even if McGrady's really a 3, then now it's Reggie and Ray. Manu still don't make it to top 10.
Oh, man. Okay.
But yeah, everybody else on this list. I mean, Clyde, Iceman, you can't. Yeah, I mean, D-Wade did it. He did it differently. And then Iverson. I mean, Iverson, and I mean, you got to give respect to Iverson too because Iverson really was he was built like a point guard, but dude could score.
What about Vince? I mean, I feel like Vince was mostly a shooting guard because
he probably was, but
the Nets, he was a shooting guard.
Vince wasn't no scorer though. Like Vince wasn't really a scorer to me. He's just really
in the Nets. He was a scorer. He was their leading scorer.
He was?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't Kidd or RJ or Kenyon Martin.
Yeah. I don't know. He feel like a 3. He feel like a small forward to me too, but
Nah, I feel like he played 2 most of his
He did play 2, but he not making this list for me. Like, and you don't why you remember Vince? Not you, but if you think about it, let's talk from an overall perspective. Why do most people remember Vince?
For dunking over a dude in the Olympics and slam dunk championships.
Yeah, there you go. Enough said.
All right, I mean, okay. Right. No love for Vince. All right. So all the love went to Reggie Miller. Little love went to Ray Allen. Some dudes can switch around at the bottom, but the top is solidified.
Yeah, the top is solidified for sure.
All right, last one. Football meme. The other team to score, go up by 4. Who are you picking to run back the ensuing kickoff as time expires?
Oh!
All right, so your options are Chicago Bear Devin Hester, Atlanta Falcon Deion Sanders, Browns Josh Cribbs, KC Dante Hall, or Green Bay Desmond Howard. Or you could throw somebody else in there. You need a kickoff to win it.
Ooh, Jesus. This is tough.
Hester. I'm going Devin Hester all day. No disrespect to these other guys. Cribbs, Desmond Howard, Deion. No disrespect. Human joystick, Dante Hall. He had some hot seasons there. I'm going Devin Hester. Bro, I remember that Super Bowl. I was somewhere else. I was just getting settled. I was getting my chips. I was getting my stuff prepared, and I didn't even get to see it with my eyes. I had to watch it in replay when he took that one back. In the Super Bowl, I gotta go Devin Hester. No.
Man, you talk about Super Bowl moments, man. Desmond Howard had one in the Super Bowl too.
For sure.
The MVP.
For sure.
Man, I feel like I gotta go Homer on this. I feel like I want to go Homer on this so bad. Not NFL Homer, but actually college Homer, because actually one of the greatest kickoff returns in my football life came at Michigan, Ohio State, a.k.a. the Heisman. When Desmond
That's not the meme.
I know.
Stick to the meme.
Man, Deion was cold, though. I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to agree with you on this. Go with Devin Hester.
I thought I was going to get a Homer pick guy.
No, I'm not going to.
I was going to get you on this.
Listen, if this meme said which one of these guys does not belong, my answer is Josh Cribbs. No, sir.
He had a good season. He had good seasons.
Hey, man, Devin Hester, these 4 besides Josh Cribbs, no, sir. I'm taking any of those 4 over Josh Cribbs any day. Yeah, he did have some good time there. He earned himself a coaching job in the NFL because of it. But Devin Hester is my number 1, man. Desmond and Deion, I'm tied right there, and then Dante and then Josh. But Devin Hester, yeah, I'm with you on that one. That dude returned it. I mean, he played there's multiple teams and he did it.
Man, he came out of retirement and did it again.
He did it again, right?
That's the dude right there, bro. Yeah. Every Madden, I was like, I'm getting Hester. I don't care. I'll trade my 5th, 6th, 7th pick. Whoever got Hester, I'm going to go get Devin Hester. He's my kick returner every time. All right, so that's it for What the Meme, man. Make sure, if you ain't comment yet, make sure you comment on this last meme. Who you think is going to take it back for you? Or who would you pick? Who would you want on a yard line to go get that extra touchdown to win the game? Comment below. And if you see a meme as you're scrolling, send it to us, man. Just send us the meme. You know us personally. If not, hit us up on our Instagrams or hit us up on our show page. Send us a meme, and it will be featured on the show with a shout-out to yourself. So we appreciate you, as always, for playing the game. What the Meme, it will be back next week. It's like the Marvel movie. You wait till the credit, and at the end it goes, Ant-Man will be back in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. What the Meme will be back next week. All right. So let's get into the news and notes. Let's go straight to the Dom Dada, the game that was hyped, as soon as the schedule dropped,
Oh.
that was hyped all week. It was Brady versus Belichick. It was the Bucks versus the Patriots. It was a game in Foxborough. It was Sunday Night Football. All the marbles. Tom breaking the all-time passing record. It was a layer after layer after layer of things going on in this game. Did this live up to the hype for you, sir?
For me, no. I actually thought the game was crappy. I really did. I actually thought the game was boring, to be honest with you. And of course, it had its late game drama. But to be honest with you, man, I thought it was overhyped, to be honest with you. I really thought it was. I mean, it was just, oh my God, it was everywhere. And that's all we keep talking about. You know, which one is better? Who is this? Who has the upper hand? I think this game did show you that coaching influence is heavy because the Patriots were prepared. The score showed you that. And Tom Brady still is Tom Brady at the end of the day. But he didn't look good in the first half. So I thought it was actually overhyped. I mean, it was like some people were saying this is the biggest game in NFL history. And I guess I get it because it's like LeBron going back to Cleveland was huge. You know, so when the guy is there and this is what happens, it's what happens. But I think the game showed you that coaching is a part of it. And so Belichick was well prepared and well coached up and well schemed up. And it impacted the game. And the Bucks, everybody is kind of riding their coattails thinking that they're just going to repeat this thing. And it's hard to do. That is very hard to do. I know they had all 22 back. I get it. But that's extremely hard to do. So I think people need to calm down on that. And Perry just pointed out, he said, Mac Jones surprisingly can be very good. I guess so. To me, it feels like he could be good. Yeah. I don't know about great, but yeah, good's a good, I think, word to use. I feel like the Patriots are on their way to being like 9-8. Like that's how it feels. I feel like they're gonna play some teams tough. They're gonna win some games, but they're still gonna lose some games too. And ultimately, they're not gonna be the bottom dwellers in the AFC East. They're gonna fight for a playoff spot, but I feel like they're gonna hover around that same space for years to come until they become a more dynamic team to ultimately get them to where they want to be. So both teams play well. I still thought it was kind of a boring game. Both teams did play well, though, and I thought it was fair to say that both player and coach showed up and really tried to battle it out. And you could tell Belichick's influence on the game was strong.
Yeah, I mean, these guys went against each other in practice for how many years? I mean, Coach Belichick is known for defensive schemes and as a defensive coach. McDaniels is the offensive guy, and you really see Coach Belichick's thumbprints on all the defense. So he's going against Tom for years, in practice. To the Mac Jones point, I do think he played a great game. He played a good game for a rookie. He played a good game for a guy with a whole bunch of pressure in this game to perform.
Yeah, imagine that.
The pressure had to be immense for him in this moment, and he definitely showed up. That first drive was great. They orchestrated a great first drive. The check downs, the outs, take what they give you. So good for Mac Jones. You can see the trajectory, like how they did Tom. Tom was a check down artist when he first stepped in there too. He took his shots here and there, but he was definitely, a check down guy. But where they made their staple over the years, especially those dynasty years, was on defense. When they had Hall of Famers and great players on defense. They had Ty Law, they had Willie McGinnis, they had Teddy Bruschi, they had Laura Malloy. They had great players on that defense to help move them forward. And then Tom just didn't turn the ball over. He was the smartest guy on the field, and he did his job. And Vinatieri made the field goals, and they won games. So that was the backbone of that dynasty. And can Mac Jones be that? Yeah, I think he can be that, but he definitely needs the supporting cast on the defensive end and a solid running game, and I think they'll be all right. So I think they've got an upward trajectory. I think Bill definitely had the proper game plan versus Tom, switching up the defenses, give them a quarter look, give them a dime look, give them a nickel look, adding extra DBs, not blitzing, just switching it up every once in a while, frustrating them. The weather helped. So it was a nice, nasty game, especially that first half. Like you said, Tom was missing some guys. They was calling it the weather. It might have been, does the GOAT get jitters?
Hype.
Yeah, it was definitely a lot of layers to it. And they didn't even celebrate my man breaking the record. They just kept on playing. So it was that too. But I feel like it was a good game, man. It definitely didn't live up. I feel like the last game that led up to the hype, I don't know if it was a Monday night or Sunday night game. But you remember that Rams-Chiefs game where they was just blow for blow for blow?
Yeah.
That was like the last game that really got hyped up, that lived up to the expectation to me.
That game was ridiculous.
They was going at it.
I think that was that one, and then wasn't there a Ravens-Rams game that was out cold too that same season?
Or it might have been. I know
what you're talking about. Yeah, I just want to be clear, like, there's a lot of good comments. Perry said, I thought it was an extremely competitive game. Coaching matters. Mac Jones surprisingly can be very good. You got to watch the nuances of the game, not his numbers. Dennis, to your point, said Mac looked poised on that big stage, didn't look flustered. Perry agrees with him and says it's not about the 300-yard games. Look at it from a developmental standpoint. He made some good throws. He has the right coach to develop him. So I don't think Mac Jones will be the 300-yard guy. He doesn't have to be. I just don't think that team as a whole is going to be a pretty dynamic team. Like I said, I think he'll be a good quarterback because if he masters what he's good at, which most Alabama quarterbacks are game managers, if he masters that, then he'll be fine because their system will allow for him to be really good in it because it doesn't ask the quarterback to be, it doesn't ask him to be Tom Brady, to be honest with you. It just asks him to follow instructions. Right. And make the right reads, make the right throws, and get the ball in the right people's hands. It's just, for me, it's dynamic players for New England. They went out and got a bunch of guys and built that defense. They're going to be in a lot of games. But still, when I look across and I go, okay, offensively, what are we looking at? I still don't feel blown away by that team. And it's not Tom Brady who can take that team to the playoffs. Now it's Mac Jones. That's why I feel like ultimately they end up being close to the a wild card team at best. And I think Mac Jones could have a really good career in New England. Plus, they have a support system. They want him there. They want him there 100%. And I think that'll work. I think they need, if they want to be dominant again, I think there just needs to be another dynamic player or two added to their offense. I don't think he needs to be the 300-yard guy because then I think you're putting him in the wrong spot.
Yeah, I think a good running back definitely helps this offense because they're not a team that goes out and gets the great receiver, and the great receiver isn't going to come to play with Mac Jones anyway.
Right. Exactly.
So you work on your line, get you a running back that can get you some yards. Maybe got a little name out there, or just draft a guy that can do that thing for you, and then just work on keep building that defense because the defense is somewhat solid. Not as solid as it has been over the past couple of years. They did get Hightower back, Wise Jr., all those guys came back this year, but they're not as solid as a championship team. So, like you said, they're a wild card team. They can sneak in there, that extra spot that goes in there. Their division is kind of soft this year, so it's pretty much them in Buffalo. See how they compete there. But with regards to the matchup, I think Belichick proved that he's still a good football coach.
Yeah, coaching is definitely a part of it.
Yeah, he's still a good football coach. He definitely come up with a scheme. He wanted this game. Brady wanted this game, and it was good to hear that they embraced after the game. It was good to hear that they had a nice long conversation at Brady's locker room. Belichick came in the locker room and they talked at the locker for, they said, over 20 minutes, stuff like that, hashing stuff out. So it's good to know that there's no animosity there. It would have been great to see Gronk play this game too. That would have helped Brady a whole lot and would have added another layer to this game.
Right.
Might have even helped them blow this game open. But I feel like it was a good game to watch. I definitely normally I'll go to sleep on a lot of these games, like I'm gonna go sleep on this game tonight. But I stayed up for that for that one last night.
Yeah, Perry said this year's developmental. I think the Patriots know that they'll be competitive in most games. I think they will be. I think they'll always be competitive. I just think they'll be limited on the offensive side of the ball. It'll be interesting to see what they add. Do they add to the weaponry? The defense was solid, but it had a lot to do with Belichick knowing. I think that those two go hand in hand. It had a lot to do with Belichick knowing Brady.
Yeah.
There's 20 years of knowing this guy. You got film all day long, and you got a year's worth of film from when you were with Tampa Bay.
Yep.
This was definitely a scheme game. This is definitely one of those situations where it makes sense that the score was what it was. It makes sense that it was a tough battle because again, it proves that coaching does really matter.
Yeah, I feel like they took Godwin away early, let Mike Evans run the routes, and just play good, hard defense on Evans. And then without Gronk, Brate and O.J. Howard, them guys not getting open underneath. So it was – Tom isn't the check – Tom wants to push the ball up the field at the end of the day. So that's why he kept trying to go to Antonio Brown over and over again up the field.
Right.
Just couldn't connect on most of those balls. Like, Tom wants to push the ball up the field, and they kind of took that away from him. So that's why the story was so close, because he knew his tendencies. He knows his favorite plays. He knows, what routes that Tom likes. He knows his third down go-to. You know what I'm saying? Like, he basically took their playbook over to Tampa Bay. That's kind of what happens when you go to another team. You take your favorite plays and you try to incorporate them to the coach that's already there, But, I enjoyed the game. I think the Patriots are going to be in the mix this year, but they definitely a lot of pieces away from making any noise. But Tampa Bay has to get more healthier as the season goes on, and it doesn't really look like that's going to happen for them to go for a chance to repeat. Yeah, AB missed some good balls. I don't know.
Yeah, for the rest of the season, Dennis, to answer your question, yeah, it matters. It matters for New England. I think New England's defense is going to help keep them in it. You don't. If I'm the Patriots, I don't want Mac Jones to have to go win a bunch of football games for me. I want to play smart football, minimize the possessions. I want my defense to stand up a few times. I want to capitalize on mistakes. Pretty basic approach, but I don't want to have to put the ball in Mac Jones' hand to win a game. It's not.
You see, they had to go what, double reverse trick play pass just to get down the field, to score.
Right.
So there's definitely a lot of deficiencies versus a good football team, but they got sucky teams in their division that they can beat up on or out scheme, So Belichick is a better coach than more than half of the coaches that's in the league. So put that into the account. They're gonna get some dubs. They're gonna get some wins. And you just gotta he's a rookie. You gotta give him a chance to grow. So
yep, absolutely.
I feel like his trajectory is going up. They didn't lose out on that one. All right, next up, it's Joel's favorite coach, Urban Meyer. We can keep this one short and sweet if you want. Yeah, your buddy's out here. He just wilding, bro.
Hey, first of all, this is not my favorite coach. He's being sarcastic. He's not my buddy.
Hey, your man's out here wilding.
He's fooling.
He's wilding, yo. Like, listen, he out here wilding. He doing stuff he ain't supposed to be doing. He the head coach in the National Football League getting mad headlines. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, go with your team. What are you staying in Ohio for? Like, go be the head coach. You were 0-3.
Come on, bro.
You was just up on the Jaguars on Thursday Night Football and blew it away. And then you had a hissy fit during the press conference. You're the guy who hired a racist strength and conditioning coach and then had to fire him. Like, you put Tim Tebow at tight end and thought that was going to be cool.
Yep.
Like, should we call it what it is?
So the question, based on, he's getting way too much news for a head coach in the NFL. Like, get to the back, my friend. Like, seriously, get to the back. But is it time for him to go? Like, I feel like he should have a chance to prove himself and let this team be whatever it's going to be, which is probably bad, right? But, I mean, it's not surprising anybody that they're bad. It's just like he seems so disheveled when they lose. He just seems so, like, out of it. And then it's like now you just got stuff after stuff just piling on. I'm just like, bro, like if it's not time for him to go, it's gonna happen real soon. Like they're gonna walk this brother out the building. Like, and have you seen the videos? I haven't seen the videos. Like,
Oh yeah, I saw the video. Oh yeah. You want me to cue it up?
Yeah, go ahead. We said short on this one, but oh god. Hey, look, Dennis said tisk. Perry said, "Hey man, he's on suicide watch."
Oh my god!
Despite the Jaguar.
Oh my god!
Oh god! Oh, Dennis said he's off the rails. Leonardo, what up, bro? He said he keeping Magic and Garnett.
All
right. Perry said, I'm still confused as to why Urban would take this job. Nick Saban left. Bobby Petrino quit. Yeah, bro. I don't know. These guys just have this thing. They want to try to get to the league and prove something. This doesn't work. Go be a leader of men.
Go be a leader of men. I'm trying to find it without everybody's commentary. These videos is out cold, bro.
No, I haven't seen it. IG was down, so I didn't see anything.
He was out here getting it in, bro. So his apology was he wanted to stay in Ohio. Of course, he lives in Ohio. He wanted to see his grandkids.
Right.
So he left his grandkids with his wife and wanted to go out with some friends to a bar. He went out with his friends to the bar to drink. And then he said there was people on the other side of the bar that recognized him.
I did read that. Yep.
And just wanted some photos. And wanted to, have a good time with Urban Meyer.
Yep.
And
but then it turned into dancing.
And then it turned into some grinding.
But they said my man was sitting at like a bar or something.
Yeah, I'm about to give it to you right now. So unfortunately, I can only get it with you got it? Okay. So this is
I should have left.
So this is your man's on the stool with his hands up on the old girl while she grind on.
Or he's holding the stool.
Or or he's holding the stool.
Whoa.
She in that thing. Yep, that's the head football coach.
Man, people shady too. Let this man. Why people got to record this stuff? Hey, the head football coach don't look too sober in that picture either.
Not too sober at all. There's another view.
Oh, this is the view where it looks like his hand was on her butt.
He's on that thing. He touching that thing. Yes, sir. He's on that thing. So these are
getting there. To answer your question, it's getting there, bro.
These are why the apologies might happen.
If he keep having it,
go home, Urban.
He might be blocking it, like making sure something don't.
Okay, well, why are they blurring that out there? Go home, Urban.
Oh, then the apology was horrible too. Yeah. See, no, there's some space there. Whoa. every time I try to whoa. Dennis said, "Well, congratulations, you are now divorced."
Oh my God!
Man,
So and then his wife went on Twitter and tweeted out, he's just out having fun, right? That's when just the pictures of him taking pictures with people out, and then once all this stuff came out, there hasn't been any communication from the Meyer family.
Okay, so I have a YouTube version of it that I was just given on my phone. All right, let's see here. He said this isn't blurred. Okay, that's the one you just showed me.
This isn't blurred. We got to see the whole thing.
And they took pictures. They took a picture together too.
Yep, he took a picture with her. He got a handful.
Dennis, it is blurred. That part. That's the part I want to see. Is that not blurred though? The not blurred version of that one.
That's the part I want to see.
The one you sent me, Dennis, is the one where she's dancing. That's not blurred. You're right.
Yeah,
I was looking for the one that, the one where is the hand really on the butt?
The news wouldn't blur it out if it wasn't there. If it was on the hip, there wouldn't be any blur, sir. If he was just catching the rhythm on her hips, you know what I'm saying? That wouldn't be blurred out, sir.
Yeah. Oh, man. 23 seconds in. Oh, I skipped it. Okay, my bad. Okay, well, listen, to answer your question, because it's oh, man. Yeah, he's getting there. He's on his way.
He's on its way.
He's on his way, bro.
He's on his way, bro. That's where we are right now with young Urban Meyer.
Dang, Urban.
Taking pictures and snitching, Lords. You gonna get the picture and snitch? Come on. How come it just couldn't have been a great story about a great night? You had to snitch on them too. Dang. Hey man, the world. Hey man, the world by and large are haters. That is, yes. It was Michigan fans in that bar. You understand me?
Oh God,
Urban, listen. Daisy Dukes get you every time.
Let's move on. It's getting there.
It's getting there. All right. Is it time for him to go?
It's getting close, man. I'm telling you, it's getting close.
As my man from Red Zone says, the witching hours.
The witching hour. Oh God, the witching hour.
Oh man. All right.
Oh God.
Oh man, that's hilarious, yo. I'm gonna clip that.
Who's my MVP right now?
Who's your MVP right?
Hey man.
Not the witching hour. Oh man.
This one's an easy call for me only because his team is undefeated. And it's gonna be Kyler Murray. And they got the dub over the Rams yesterday. If the Rams have gotten that dub, then I'm going Matt Stafford. But they kind of made the Rams look normal again. And it was really, really good. At least right now they are.
Was it? I mean, it was. Yeah.
He's very accurate. He's hard to. Once he gets out of the pocket, he's dang impossible to stop. He got a number one receiver, but he spreads it around. To me, it's Kyler right now. It's close. It's Kyler and Matt. It's close. It's close, but I'm gonna go with Kyler right now.
I mean,
Perry, Perry picked my guy. But listen, hey, I can't give it to him. I would love to pick him. That's my guy. But I can't because of the first game. I gotta look at these first 4 weeks.
listen, man, it's a very fluid situation.
It is. This could be
them.
different next week.
He's been ripping them ever since that game, putting the team on his back. I mean, Matt Stafford, he beat the Chiefs. You know, they've been looking lights out.
And he beat the Bucks too.
Yep, he's been looking lights out.
For sure.
Patrick Mahomes just put up 5 touchdowns. Y'all thought we was dead? Nah, bro. We just had a bad couple weeks.
Man.
I'm going to go throw these 5 tutties on your head and show you who I really am. But Kyler is doing his thing, man. Undefeated. I mean, his third down percentage is crazy. His little feet. He be moving, man.
Yeah, them joints be moving.
He be moving. But the boy can throw the ball, though. Like, that's one thing they talk about Lamar, bro. Like, he can't really put it on people like that.
Kyler can.
Kyler be putting it on.
Accurate.
Man.
Yes.
He's hella accurate. And the way they're making that offense centered totally around him while still utilizing D-Hop. I mean, yeah, you got to give it to Kyler right now. Is that how it's going to be for the next weeks? Who knows? All 4 of these guys are definitely in contention right now. But Kyler.
Yeah, his feet be getting it.
Dude, third and 16. Nope, going. Then you put that ball out for that first down. First down. There we go. Man. What do you say? Aaron lurking in the shadows.
Yeah, he is.
He has a point to prove, but I'm with Murray or number 9. Man, if Stafford gets it, I did my apologies last week. I'm cool with Stafford. Me Stafford, we here now.
We're very proud of you.
We all right. The feet comment, bro. That's how he be moving. You gotta watch it. The filet need to take that one. You need to take one. Yes, you need to take one of them Kyler scrambles and put the little feet size on. They doubted him because of his size. I sure did. I can tell you that when he came out, I definitely doubted him because of his size. But I mean, he's a dime thrower. He's been putting it on people. He's making guys like Chase Edmonds and Christian Kirk and revitalizing the career of AJ Green.
Yep.
You know, this offense is great.
Making them better around him.
Making everybody better around him. So, yeah, right now, my MVP is definitely Kyler Murray as well. All right, so make sure you comment below who's your MVP right now. And then we'll get to me and Joe's top 5 teams. So earlier today, I asked Joe to send me his top 5 teams. I made my top 5 teams. So here they are. I asked you guys if you weren't staying, man, make sure you comment your top 5 teams. Seems like everybody's here with us, so let's go ahead and get this thing cracking. Show me your top 5 teams in order in the NFL right now. There's a lot of 3-1 teams. There's a lot of good 2-2 teams. There's a couple 3-0 teams. Let's just see where we at right now. It's a lot of changes that's gonna be made week to week.
Fluid list.
So Leonardo said if I had a punt return, it would be Dante Hall. But kickoffs, Dion said that's a good difference between punt returns and kick returns. But he's going with prime time.
What the question was originally? The question was
it's kick return.
Scored, you're down 4.
Yep.
Who's the kick returner? So he would go with Dion.
He's going with Dion. All right. So Joel, your top 5s first. Go ahead and let them know how you feel.
All right. Power 5 for me. Top 5. Coming in at number 5. I'll start from the bottom, work my way up. Coming in at number 5, I got the Cleveland Browns. This is not a homer pick. I know every time I mention the Cleveland Browns, I gotta get put on the homer page, but not a homer pick. Here's why. Number 3 defense in the league. Just shut down the number 1 rated QBR quarterback in the league as of this past week. that defense shut the Minnesota Vikings down. 14-7 yesterday. Should have been 28-7. Baker Mayfield did not play a really good game. But that defense is what it is. The other part of that team that makes this team a very good football team is they can run the ball on anybody. And they have no problems coming into a game and doing exactly that. If Baker Mayfield can just be sharp and be on his game and make maybe four good throws that needed throws, this team is going to go very far because they're going to put up points, but they're also going to stop you from scoring. So right now, like their balance, just like I said, Baker has to step up. He 100% held them back yesterday. That's the perfect point, Perry. 100% held them back. He had a couple first down throws he missed, wide open tight end he missed, and then really to seal the game, he missed Odell Beckham on the long ball. So Baker's the question mark, always has been. But now this team's legit playing like a Power 5 team, top 5 team. Number 3 defense in the league, like I said. Number 2 running game in the league. And we both know come December or January, if you watch football, you know there are 2 things that need to travel. 1, your defense. 2, your running game. And this team can do both. So I think that's going to be very interesting as the season goes on. Number 4, Baltimore. I got Baltimore right here because of 2 reasons. Lamar Jackson is just prolific. Very hard to stop. I mean, it's just really, really hard to contain this guy. And then the other reason I have them here is because they always play you tough. They defend well. And they knocked off the Chiefs. And they knocked them off in a very good game, but in a fashion that is very Raven-like, where they just kept punching and punching and punching until they finally broke it. And so I have them here, I think, out of just respect for part of what they've done from the past. But just shocking. I'm giving Lamar his due. Yes, Lamar is a guy. Now, so goes Lamar, so goes this team, right? I think they still have a question mark in if they get behind, can they come back and win a football game? Because I still don't have Lamar beating teams with his arm. So I think that's still the question mark is can he stand in the pocket and can he beat a football team? And a lot of people, well, he doesn't really have to. I think that's how teams have gotten them over the past few years. And if you can jump out on them, if you get up maybe 2 scores on them or something like that,
yeah,
and you're a team like Cleveland, you can run the ball.
Yeah, they stayed in their read option formation that whole game.
Yes.
They were not threatened at all. So if they can stay in their base formation for most of the game, it's bread and butter for them.
Right. Yeah, if you make them change it up and go, 3 wide, split out, doing stuff they're not used to doing, they don't want to do, I think that's where they're questionable. My number 3 team, and this was hard for me because I wanted to put them, I think, a step higher. But my number 3 team right now is the Buffalo Bills. I think right now these 3 teams in the AFC, Buffalo, Baltimore, Cleveland, are the top 3 teams. And I know, what about the Chiefs? Hey, man, y'all said what you're going to say about Pat Mahomes and them. Yes, they're going to score points. But at some point, they're going to have to stop somebody. And that defense right now is bad.
I think they play next week, don't they? Buffalo and the Chiefs?
I think they do, 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
I think they got the 8 o'clock game next Sunday night. So that's going to be a great game. But I've got Buffalo number 3. Lay the egg first week against Pittsburgh. Outside of that, man, Josh Allen is balling, sir. Balling. Can they get a complimentary running game? Defense is great. Home field advantage.
Yeah.
I mean, and this dude, Josh Allen, is a gamer. He doesn't care where it is. He'll come to your house and play. You come to his house and play. But this dude is out cold. And when he gets out of the pocket, he's even more dangerous. And he ain't looking to run all the time, but he can if he has to. So his ability to still distribute the ball on the run, to me, again, the question mark, like I think all of these teams have a question mark, but the question mark with the Bills is going to be, can they run the football late in the season? Are they going to be able to run the ball? Or are they going to be looking to outscore everybody as well? Coming in number 2, the Los Angeles Rams. That defense is not as good as it was last year, but it's still very good. But Matt Stafford completes this team from a quarterback perspective. He can make all the throws. He still got it. I'm actually happy to see it. And until they got beat by the Cardinals yesterday, and I'm glad you asked me this question today because I was able to swap these. Until they got beat by the Cardinals yesterday, I had them at number one. To me, they had the biggest win of the season so far with knocking off the Bucs. A lot of people had the Bucs going out to LA and winning that football game. A lot of people did not pick the Chargers to win that game. And not only did they win it, they dominated that football game. So I like the Rams. I think they're one of the top teams in the NFC. I think, again, Matt Stafford completes that team. Again, ultimately, will that defense hold up? They're missing some guys that left. A couple of them play in Cleveland, believe it or not. But that defense doesn't look as sharp as last year. But schematically, it seems like they'll come together, and that might work for them. So, again, can that defense hold up? Will the injury bug get them? Can Stafford go ahead and lead this team to what they think is the promise? And we'll wait and see. Finally, the Arizona Cardinals at number one for me. To me, got the other big win yesterday. They went into LA and got the dub, and it wasn't close. Maybe an LA hangover from knocking off the Bucs, but Arizona put it on them boys. It was not close. Kyler could not be stopped. Those feet get going, but his arm, he's able to put the ball on the money. He spreads the ball around, and D-Hop is D-Hop. D-Hop is hard to stop. Now, the other thing about the question mark has been for the Cardinals every year is can they stop people? And again, I think that's what it's going to boil down to. Right now, their defense is playing lights out. They're playing fast. They look like they know where they want to be, what they want to do, know who they are. They have an identity. Can that defense hold up as they continue to get into that schedule and honestly get out of that, that tough NFC West division that could be the toughest one in football? So that's my top five, man. Cardinals at 1, Rams at 2, Buffalo Bills at 3, Ravens at 4, and the Browns at 5.
That's what's up. Good list, man. Lawrence said question mark right now are the plethora of injuries. Speaking of
talking about
the
the
Ravens.
Yep.
Yeah, they're trying to find a running back in between all the old running backs that they got. Lamar versus the Academy Sports Show. Listen, hey, man. Don't be upset that we point out deficiencies that everybody sees. Everybody sees them. I don't understand. The blinders are tough in the Perry household. If Lamar is contained and stays in the pocket, he's in trouble. That's a hard thing to do, though. That's a very hard thing to do. Josh Allen is on fire. And Lawrence put his Cardinals by default. That seems like he was forced to put them there. Buffalo at 2, not the Packers, Aaron Rodgers. Rams at 4, and Lamar, not Lamar Jackson, not the Ravens, just Lamar at 5.
All right. That's a good list.
It's a good list.
I can't. I want it. The Packers are that's to me the point shaving. If that's what they were doing, that Saints loss looks really bad right now.
It does.
The Saints, I think, have lost 2 of their next 3. So it just looks really bad right now.
They lost to the Giants.
Yeah, I'm penalized. Overtime. Oh, yeah, that was the Jabril Peppers.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to I'm penalizing the Packers for that right now.
That Saints loss is bad. I mean, Taysom Hill ran like Marshawn Lynch in that game. After that game, no, that was crazy. All right, so here's my top 5.
Wait a minute. We're in a dome and you're in a lightning delay?
Lightning delay.
That's interesting.
All right, so here's my top 5.
Ooh.
Here's my top 5 right now. At number 5, I got the LA Raiders. I'm respecting the 3-0.
Las Vegas.
The Las Vegas Raiders, wherever they're from. I respect the 3-0. Derek Carr leads the league in passing yards at the start of this week. The offense is clicking. Jacobs is hopefully back this game. And it's finally putting itself together. They got some good wins. Let's see if they can keep them together. But I'm respecting the 3-0 right now. And I'm putting Raiders at number 5. You trying to piece it all together, Perry? I got you. At number 4, same spot. I got Baltimore at number 4. They definitely handled their business against the Chiefs. This is definitely a front-running team. You definitely want to get them behind so they can get out of their normal set. But if you're gonna let them run that thing out of that offset eye, handoff, fake handoff, dunk the tight end, run Lamar set, I mean, they just gonna run that all day, every day. But that was a good win against a good Broncos team. It might have went a different way if Teddy Bridgewater was healthy for the whole game, but definitely got that dub. So I got them at number 4. At number 3, I got LA. They dropped down for me because, like you said, that loss to the Cardinals definitely dropped them down, definitely showed a couple chinks in their armor defensively and offensively, trying to run the ball. Those deep crossers didn't work in that game, and just trying to keep pace with the Arizona Cardinals was tough for them. So that game was not close at all, but they still get favored because they beat Tampa Bay early on this year. So they're a good 3-1 team. At number 2, man, I picked the Dallas Cowboys. I picked the Dallas Cowboys number 2 because they cranking out these wins. They putting up these points. Y'all thought Ezekiel was done, but he ain't done. He put up a great game this week. Dak Prescott putting up great numbers. And they beat some good people. So I'm gonna go ahead and put Dallas at number 2. That Carolina game versus the number 1 defense, so they did their thing against them. So I'm putting Dallas at number 2, and at number 1, not by default, Lawrence, but where they belong. I'm putting Arizona at number 1, the other 3-0 teams. So I got both 3-0 teams on my top 5 list. But Kyler's definitely doing his thing, and I don't want to see them fall out of the top 5, kind of like how they fell out last year. Starting off hot and then cooling off in the middle of the season.
I was told to hit the bell.
Why I gotta hit the bell? I don't know. So listen, hate me. You can hate me now, but I won't stop now. But I can't stop now.
Oh, no.
You can hate me now.
Okay,
don't
do it again. Don't do it again. So I got a question for you though.
What's up?
So you got Raiders, Ravens. The Ravens beat the Raiders in the first game of the season.
Yeah, first game. The Raiders are 3-0.
I know, but I'm just saying, how come the Raiders aren't 4 and Ravens aren't 5?
Because I got to see if this 3-0 is real. There's other people that I could have put at number 5. I feel like Buffalo, losing to the Steelers, that was a horrible loss.
Yep.
I could have put them there. The Chiefs being 2-2, I couldn't leave a 3-0 team over a 2-2 team. There's other teams that I know that are more talented than the Raiders, but I respected the 3-0. I respected how they played those 3 games, putting up points, hella yards, good on both sides of the ball. So I respected the 3-0 and put the Raiders at 5.
Okay. Second question. Dallas's strength of schedule. The loss to the Bucks, beat the Chargers, beat the Eagles, beat the Panthers, overrated.
And we didn't know the Panthers. The Panthers were 3-0 when
I didn't believe in that.
That's you, okay? The Panthers were 3-0 when they beat them, or 2-0, whatever it is, 3-0. The Panthers were undefeated when they beat them.
True.
The Panthers had the number 1 defense when they beat them, and then the Eagles was a division. It was a division game on Monday night. The Chargers beat the Chiefs. So if you're going off strength of schedule, that's another thing. And then they lost on opening night by 3 points against the Buccaneers.
Right. Okay. I guess I feel like those 2 wins.
Tell me who Buffalo beat, and then come back at me. Tell me who Buffalo beat, and then come back to me.
Because I'm feeling like those
they
2
put
wins
40. They put 40 on the Texans.
Yeah, they definitely hung. So Buffalo hung 40 on the Texans. That's expected.
Tell me who Buffalo beat, and then after next week, I want all the Buffalo talk. Let them beat the Chiefs, and then we can talk about it.
Okay, because I mean they've hung. So I think the Buffalo piece is the fashion of them winning. It's how they've been winning. I think that so they had the bad loss to Pittsburgh, but then
They lost to
35
Pittsburgh.
on the Dolphins, 43 on Washington, who has a legit defense.
No, they don't. Not this year. The Washington get killed every week.
Well, on paper it was legit. And then 40 on the Texans. So yeah,
They haven't
it's just
beat
the way
anybody.
Buffalo. It's the way Buffalo looks for me. Dallas doesn't look. Dallas looks. I hate to say it because it's easy to beat on this team, but Dallas looks overrated to me. But
Okay.
hey, he pointed out in the preseason they were in the top 5. They were a top 5 team, weren't they? In your top 5 in preseason?
For
Buffalo?
sure in preseason, but then you got to watch the actual football games that matter. You can't go off of your rankings just because they're your rankings. You got to actually watch the football games, Lawrence.
All right, so your eye test is saying that Buffalo is not in the top.
I got to see it versus an opponent that matters. I want all this Buffalo talk next week, Monday night. I want all the Buffalo talk. Let's see what they do against the Chiefs. I want it all.
It's going to be a big game.
They're going to put 40 on the Chiefs? I want to see it. 40 and a dub. That's what I want from y'all.
Listen, it's a big game. Right now, if I had to make a pick, I'd pick Buffalo over the Chiefs next Sunday.
After he just threw 5 touchdowns?
Against the Philadelphia Eagles, yeah.
Okay. All right.
The Cowboys are better than the Bills?
I'm saying my top 5 teams right now is on the screen.
Yeah. I don't know. The Cowboys feel overrated to me. But all right.
They always feel overrated because people just don't like them.
No, they're usually overrated. But this year it feels like, I don't know, it feels like, okay, everybody's hyping them up because, yeah, now they are winning games. But it still just feels, I don't know, it feels, the eye test to me feels like I'm looking at it overrated. Like there's an implosion coming.
I mean, I've been there before, so I ain't gonna disqualify your feeling of the other shoe dropping. I'm the king of the other shoes coming around the corner, so I get it. But to me, I feel like I respected the 2 3-0 teams. I put them in the list. But for me, Buffalo, if I would have put Buffalo in here and the Raiders are 3-0, I feel like that would have been disrespectful. Gotcha. If Buffalo lost to a third of Ben Roethlisberger week 1, you can't tell me the Steelers are anything of a football team right now offensively. They've been the worst offense the last 2 years in a row, and they lost to the Steelers. And then since then, they've just been beating up on shitty teams. So
it's fair.
Show me what you do against a real football team, and then you make the list.
All right. It's your list. Great list. It's still a good list. And it's a good list. The reason what makes it really good is because you can have this exact debate. Because there's arguably 2 or 3 other teams that can get up on this list. So next week's going to tell a lot for a few of these teams. So we'll look at and we're going to make our picks here in a moment. So we'll take a look and see what this definitely is going to shake up.
Oh yeah,
it's definitely going to shake up here week to week.
Yeah, like I said, there's a lot of good 3-1 teams. It's a lot of good 2-2 teams. So let's get to week 5 and see what it is. All right, so that was our top 5 teams, man. Whether you love it or hate it, it's ours, and we're sticking to it. That's my man, and I'm sticking by him. This is my list, and I'm sticking by him. So come holler at me next week. And I'm sure some of these might change. If the Raiders lose tonight, it'll change.
These lists change. I know my list go change.
But I'm sticking with it. So then it said when the season gets harder, it's still early. Season's gonna get harder, most definitely. For a lot of these teams, the season's gonna get harder. I expect Tampa Bay to come somewhere towards the middle of the season and into the list.
Like they did last year.
You're right. So some of these teams are definitely going to tank. Some of these teams are definitely going to fall. And then maybe halfway through the season, they're like, hey, Dre, what about them Cowboys? I'll be like, hey, they lost some games. So they went down. I eat the bullet like I always do. Well, like I do sometimes.
Sometimes. Hey, good job.
All right, but that's it. What I do? Okay. That's it for that. All right, so last but not least, man, we appreciate y'all as always for being great commenters and great subscribers of the show. If you haven't already, please share everything. Academy Sports Show, especially share the feed, man, so all the people can get inside the feed. We are in a lightning delay for Monday Night Football, so we appreciate you sticking it with us. We will not be before you much longer. Let's get these picks out the way.
NFL pick 'em.
All right, Thursday night. We finally get a good Thursday night football.
Get a good Thursday night game.
Get a good Thursday night game. We got Los Angeles Rams at the Seattle Seahawks for the Thursday night game.
Hey, I'm gonna go Rams in this game, man. I don't know what's up with Seattle, but that team is not as complete as it used to be. They cannot run the ball. Interestingly enough, I'm saying that because I seem to be experiencing a lack of running back production. But they are 2-2, and it's an interesting situation. They're not your granddad's same old Seahawks. So I'll go with the Rams.
Vikings, Niners, Colts. Yeah, they got some Rams, Steelers, Saints, Jaguars. Their schedule's pretty mixed coming up. Yeah, I'm going to take the Rams, too, as a bounce-back win. They're not the Legion of Boom. They're not even a good defense anymore. It's all Russell Wilson. You haven't heard DK Metcalf's name in these last 4 weeks. So I don't know what's going on there in Seattle, but until they get it fixed, I'm going with the Rams. Yes, you just go ahead and piece it all together. Try to figure out the greatest jigsaw puzzle ever created to try to figure out how and why they got put on the list. All right, and then into the week, we got New York at Atlanta. The Jets got their first win in overtime this week. Is it 2 in a row for young Zach Wilson against the Atlanta Falcons? This is the London game, too.
Yeah, horrible. Poor Londoners. This is what they sent y'all. They sent y'all this crap. No, I'm going Atlanta.
Ugh. I'm picking the Jets. Like you said, defense travels, bro, and they put on some good defensive. They had an aberration.
Which week is it?
So hopefully that defense travels to the pond yonder and beats up on the Atlanta Falcons. I do not trust Matt Ryan.
I trust the veteran in this. I'm gonna go with the Falcons.
All right, Green Bay at Cincinnati.
Hey man, people are hyped up about Cincinnati. Now that's a team that hasn't beaten anybody. Their schedule's been a little soft, but yeah, I'm gonna go with Green Bay on that one.
Yeah, Cincinnati coming off a good Thursday night win, but I'm going Green Bay. Cincinnati might not have Joe Mixon, so there's no run game. I'm going with Green Bay. Detroit at Minnesota.
Let's go Minnesota. You thought I was about to try to say Detroit should win this game. You always go, I'm trolling. Detroit should win.
Yep, that's definitely a troll. Look, we got the lowest ticket prices, $31. Jacksonville, $23.
Hey man, no, I'm gonna go Minnesota. Minnesota's actually a good offensive football team. They just got stymied. Detroit just doesn't have enough for them, and I think Minnesota gets a comeback. You know, one of those, hey, we're mad and you drew the straw. So
yeah. Minnesota at home. Yeah, I'm going Minnesota on that one too. Sorry, Detroit, 0-5. Denver at Pittsburgh.
This is a tricky one because I want to pick Denver, but now they have no starting quarterback. But their second guy was the competition for the starting quarterback with Drew Lock was the most competitive that they've had. But nah, I'm not a believer in Drew Lock like that. But Pittsburgh is really bad too. You know what? I'm actually gonna
field goal game.
Hey, this is a defense game.
Who has the best kicker?
Yeah, you're right. I'm going to go Pittsburgh.
Man, Drew Lock looked horrible when he got into the game.
Perry said, Drew Lock, no.
No, yeah, he looked bad when his number got called. I got to go Pittsburgh. You know, you got to hope that Heinz Field gives them a boost.
They're bad, bro.
Mike Tomlin can figure something out
I hope they stay bad too, because I'd love to win 2 games against Pittsburgh this year. Can't remember the last time the Browns did that.
Hey, Miami at Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay. You drew the bad straw, Miami. Sorry.
I'm sorry, Jacoby Brissett. New Orleans at Washington.
Oh, man.
See, New Orleans had a bad loss. Washington, they had a great comeback win.
Taylor Heineke.
Heineke beat the Falcons. That game probably I watched the most of that day because it was so close and it kept going back and forth. I'll probably go Washington. No, I'm gonna go New Orleans. No, I don't know.
I'm gonna go New Orleans.
Okay, I'll go Washington. I'll go whoever you did go to.
I'm gonna go New Orleans.
Philadelphia at Carolina.
Man, these couple games here are not very good. I'm gonna go Philadelphia here.
I'm gonna go Carolina. I was totally wrong on Philadelphia this year. Tennessee at Jacksonville.
Tennessee, even though they can't defend, but Tennessee and poor Urban, the stories just keep rolling in.
Poor Urban, yeah. There's nobody on that defense that can stop King Henry. On pace to break the carries record this year. Just keep giving him the ball.
Bro, poor Tennessee, bro. Like, everybody was hyping him up. Remember, you guys hyped him. Perry was on my back about Tennessee, bro. Like, underwhelming.
They definitely on the decline. Definitely on a big decline. New England at Houston. New England gets a dub. Houston just got 40 hung up on them.
This is horrible.
Horrible football team.
Yeah, horrible. New England gets a dub, and Mac Jones throws for more than 300 yards.
Hey, shout out to Mac Jones.
That was a troll.
Chicago at Vegas.
Chicago's bad too.
Man, I can't believe the Lions lost to them.
Chicago's really bad. The Lions are really bad.
Man, barring injuries from tonight's game, I'm picking Vegas as well. Let's see. Cleveland at the Chargers. Ooh, that's nice.
That's a nice game. It's a scary game for me because I think we go Chargers and then we go Arizona at home. So we got a little stretch coming up here. But I'm going to go Homer here, and I'm going to trust my defense and hope that if Baker again can go back to being the Baker that was in the Kansas City game, this team is a one-drop punt away from being 4-0. And so I'm going to go Cleveland with an upset win. I think a lot of people are going to pick Chargers. I think it'll depend on what happens tonight. But I'm going Cleveland.
Yeah, I'm picking the Chargers. Like Baker in a big game. Him and Odell just don't look like they're on the same page.
Right.
Like,
well,
he
had a good game last week. 5 catches.
Yeah, but when it counted, like the back shoulder, like he didn't. Like,
yeah, I think yesterday, but I don't put it on. I don't put it on the connection. I think Baker just had a bad game yesterday.
Okay. They both need juice. They need Landry. Landry is the friend that connects the friends.
Yeah. He's he's like the equalizer of the offense. Like he balances the offense out really well. Because Jarvis is the guy that if you need a good third down catch, that's who you're going to. You're not going to Odell.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I think he comes off of IR this week. If not this week, it's next week.
Yeah, Baker and Odell are the friends of the friend that gotta play together. like your friend is my friend, but we're not really friends. But since we're here together, we'll talk to each other.
I always making stories up about myself.
That's what it feels like.
No, it doesn't feel like that.
Baker Dayfield.
Perry said he was wrong about Nashville.
Oh, he's wrong about something. Look at that. Lord Jesus. The skies have parted. The seas are clear. The ocean is clear and less polluted. It's a miracle. He said he was wrong about something. Jesus. Stamp this and date it. New York at Dallas.
Dallas. New York's not a good football team. They got lucky.
All right. San Francisco at Arizona. I'm picking Dallas too.
Arizona.
Yeah.
San Francisco got quarterback problems now. I know Trey Lance is starting, but hey, calm down.
He didn't look good though. He don't look good.
Yeah, like there's a lot more that needs to happen there. And San Francisco is really slipping here, and they need to get it together. But I'm going to Arizona.
I can't help where I was born. Sorry. I'm a Lions.
You talking about your Detroit Lions fan?
Yeah, I can't help where I was born. Can't help my father loved the Lions.
I can't help where I was born. That's the ultimate out.
I
didn't pick this.
I can't help it.
I didn't pick this life.
Buffalo at Kansas City.
Hey, man. I'm going to go Buffalo.
Yeah, you better. All y'all Negroes better pick Buffalo. I'm going with Kansas City. You understand me? Touchdown. Kansas City. That's going to be a game. And then we'll say the Monday night game for our Monday night show. All right, brother. Buffalo will win this game. Clip it. Clip this right now. Make sure everybody clips this. Buffalo will win this game. All right. Anything else for you, man?
Hey, big news in college football. Sorry about the Fighting Irish. But Michigan ranked number 8. Moving up to number 8. Statement win on the road. Wisconsin haven't won there in 20 years. Went on the road, not just won, dominated in what looks like a team that's ready to maybe make a statement to the entire college football landscape that they're back. We'll see. Still got a lot of tough games on the schedule. Nothing's a cakewalk. The other piece is Michigan State's right behind them. So October 30th is looming large as a in-state rivalry game, and it could possibly be that these guys will be undefeated. It's possible. Not saying that they will be. It's possible. But it's going to be this. That's just the news. That's what's happening around here. Perry said that's too high for Michigan. UJ or Bama. Other than that, it doesn't matter. Yeah, UJ and Bama look like the best 2 teams in the nation for sure. I don't know if 8 is too high for Michigan based on who's lost week 1, but we'll see. We shall see.
All right. And then I feel like that's both.
That's it.
That's it. We appreciate everybody in the live feed, even Lawrence. Thank you so much for being a part of the show today. If you
Cincinnati beat his Irish yesterday.
Hey, listen, that's what happens when you just pick random teams to like. So Joe's handle is under his page. My handle is under my page at Dre _ on air and at JWill02. You can follow the show at Academy Sports Show on Facebook, on Instagram, especially when we do our polls. We appreciate everybody. Oh yeah, another thing, everybody voted on the poll last week, man. I didn't even vote on the poll, and 100% of the votes went to Joel Williams. He was correct. He said PG will be ranked higher in any list of NBA players over Bradley Beal, and he was triumphantly right.
Triumphantly right.
So that goes to you, sir. That's a great big old pat on the back.
Oh God!
All right. Well,
fire tonight.
Go ahead, Perry, and go ahead and get your Drew Lock jersey ready for on Sunday. Get your Young Jeezy playlist ready for him. And I hope you guys have a great game. On behalf of myself, Andre Douglas, Joel Williams.
Hey, man, I'll just turn off the lights because the shade on this show is up there, brother. Hey, man, have a great week, everybody. See you guys next week and enjoy the sports landscape coming up this week and into the weekend. See you next week, Monday night, 7 o'clock. Peace.